Hey, Sven here from Common Sense Survival. Don't know what happened in my last videos. I'm gonna have to remake it. It went into La La Land somewhere. Who the hell knows? Modern technology at its finest. Anyway, wanted to talk to you guys tonight a little bit about knife sharpening equipment, knife maintenance, and that sort of thing. I got a couple of new knife sharpeners in the mail today. Excuse me. Oh, goodness, it's been a long day. And I've got a few of my very old steels here, knife sharpening instruments that I'd like to show you, and I've got a couple of homemade jobs that seem to work fairly well for me too, and a few of my knives. So anyway, now I'm not doing any product reviews here. Let's just talk basics, knife sharpening and tool maintenance. Um, This is my EDC, my everyday carry. In case you don't know what EDC means, this is the Timberline workhorse, and I've carried this knife for at least 10 years. And this thing is just rock solid, like from the day I got it. It is a serrated knife, and tonight I finally got a tool to sharpen my serrations, and the rest of this knife's been razor sharp for years. But I wanted to show you that. I bought a Smith's diamond sharpener, which it's got these rounded edges. It has a groove in it here for fish hooks, just my opinion, and this flat area here for doing straight blades. It also has you can turn this around, okay, which is nice because it gives you a lot of different options here for whatever type of blade or cutting tool that you may be using. This is for doing those serrations here on get this in here, okay, for doing these serrations, and it did a wonderful job on that. Now that's all great, okay, and I got this Gerber, and it's only a single-sided. It's got the fish hook sharpener here, which I'm on the fence with that. Maybe I'm going tarpon fishing and here in the Midwest or something, because I've been stuck with a lot of old fish hooks in my day. I'm not some youngster, and they never seem to just bounce off my hand. They're always stuck in me, so I'm not sure why you would need a fish hook sharpener, unless, like I said, you're going tarpon fishing, and you know, that's probably one of the toughest critters in the sea. Maybe you need to sharpen your hooks for one of them bad boys. Anyway, just my opinion. I found that these, of course, they do the job, but knives are like me with fire. You know, I'm kind of a stickler on it. So, unless I'm really in a survival situation, or I've got a brand new knife and I want to get rid of that factory edge, I really want to get it smoothed out, I'll take that down, put my own edge on it, bring it to that razor edge. I'm probably not going to use one of these, or I might use these initially, and then I'm going to go to a steel and a strop, because these are just, unless maybe they're really worn, are very, very coarse. Even the finest one I found was quite coarse. Now maybe I needed to use that in some water to help lubricate, but I still found it to be quite coarse, and was cutting the blade quite significantly. Okay, but once you've established, and maybe you're using another diamond like this, which is a super fine. This is I think a medium fine, and I've got another one somewhere. I think it's at work, which is a fine and an extra fine. It's double-sided, and some of these can be a little on the pricey side. But anyway, once you've established, I found this little nice little Essie here. This is the Essie Azula. Once you've established, and the Essies come in pretty damn razor sharp to begin with. See, okay, these come in pretty sharp from the get-go, and well, this is actually some pretty heavy, and it's just razor sharp, and that's how I prefer my tools. And I don't consider this a weapon or anything like that. It is a tool. It will always remain a tool to me, unless somebody is attacking me, and then it's going to become not just a weapon, but a defensive weapon. Okay, it is a blade. Now, once you've established a good sharp edge on a blade, then you want to go to a steel. Now, whether it's something a homemade steel like this, I've made a few of these for some of my pocket knives. Try to get it. Okay, there's another little one here that I use for my pocket knives, or this very old Gerber camp steel here. I don't even think you can buy these anymore, and I'll tell you what, this thing is priceless. This thing is just wicked. It's gonna put a razor edge on it. There's a super fine here, coarse here. It's got a little chisel tool thing that you can do with it, and this thing is just priceless as far as I'm concerned for knife sharpening. Then you've got your butcher's type steels. Okay, this is just one that I picked up at a flea market for a couple of bucks. Man, this thing is priceless too. I use these in my kitchen all the time. Actually, I keep this smaller one back here at my desk. I keep this nice one here that I found. I think I paid $5 for this. Super nice. Not sure if that's German steel or not. I think this one might have been made in Sweden. I'm not sure. Can't quite make out the writing on it. Anyway, when you're using that knife and you've got that established razor edge, basically what happens is when it gets dull is you curl that razor edge, and when you take a steel and you run it down through there, what you do is you straighten that edge out, making it razor sharp again. And that's why you want to use something like this, because this is harder than this. This is a very hard tool steel. Okay, preferably something with a little guard on it, because you're going to cut yourself bad. and you start off with a little bit of heavy pressure, and then as you go, you get lighter and lighter with that, and it just hones that blade and polishes that to just a razor's edge. And that's what you want your tools. You want your tools to be sharp as you can. You want it to be sharp. Okay? That's what you want. Because when the time comes to do the task at hand, whether you're skinning a moose, a bear, a deer, or a rabbit, or a squirrel, it doesn't matter. You want that knife to be sharp. You want to be able to get through the task as quickly as possible. You want a quality knife also that's going to maintain its sharpness. But if you've done a lot of work, you're cutting around a lot of bone, what have you, you want to take your steel, you want to touch it up quick, and know it's right back to where it needed to be from the get-go. Put it back in its sheath, maybe oil it just a little bit, and it's ready to go for next time. And it's always going to be sharp, and it's always going to be ready to go. So that is the thing that you've got to remember. This thing is. I was shaving with one at work one time. I had a hair that I missed. Boop, popped that hair off there. A guy saw me doing that in the mirror at work, thought I was nuts. That's how I keep my knives. Keep them ready, keep them sharp. Take care of your knives. Okay? If you got a good carbon steel knife like this SE5, okay? The SE5, read that? There it goes. Okay? So SE5, one of the finest blades I think made in the United States. I'll take care of that. They're not cheap. So anyway, this is Sven from Common Sense Survival. Make sure you got your tools, and make sure you have a good way to sharpen your tools, whether it be something affordable as this or whatever it may be. Practice your sharpening skills. Extremely important. Don't go into the field with a dull knife and no way to sharpen. Sven here from Common Sense Survival. God bless. God bless America. Be prepared. Talk to you soon.